So here I am. You've actually got me in my office today and doing quite a lot of stuff for people. But this live broadcast today, what I wanted to show you was a 3D software that I've got here, which will show you exactly one of the reasons why the septic tank ban is coming into force. Okay, so you have to bear with me regarding this technology. All right, but I'm going to try my best to get it going for you. Okay, so I'm going to switch over screens now. So here we go. And I suppose today's topic, once again, is the general binding rules, or the septic tank ban, as we call it. But let me show you why. Or more to the point, let me show you many of the septic tanks that will be banned, and then you can compare what I'm about to show you to your septic tank, to your situation. Okay, so here we go. All right, so banana, look at that. All right, technology's working. All right, so here we've got there we go. It's even better, isn't it? So we've got a house. Let's do this. There we go. Look at that. Can actually move it. Wow, that's good, isn't it? So we've got a house now, and and there's a typical house. It could be 3 to 4 to 5 bedroom. And here, assuming, and here we've got the septic tank. And here, let me move that in there. And here, look at that. We've got the soakaway pipe. So there you go. Now you can see an actual representation of septic tank and a soakaway pipe there. So what I would like to do now by means of this is actually show you what many septic tanks are actually doing, where they're actually discharging into. And yeah, let's just get straight on with this. Right, so I'm now going to make the screen bigger. So I'm going to carry on talking, so don't worry, you can still hear me, but you'll be able to see. Oops, that's the bring myself on for a minute. So there we go. So many septic tanks are like this. Okay, so it's down the garden, and they're what, you know, I don't know, 50, 60 foot away from the house. And there you go. Many of the old septic tanks, as you can see there, are concrete, and the concrete septic tanks are some of the best septic tanks in the world. You know, they just last forever and ever. You know, if it was World War II, you wouldn't need an Anderson shelter. Just go and hide in the septic tank and you'd be fine if any bombs drop. They literally really are bomb-proof, right? So let me just zoom out here. Okay, so let's click that. Oops, clicked a bit too far. You'll have to bear with me because this is new, this technology that I'm using. But I've got it so that I can show you what is. So there you go. You've got a bird's eye view of the septic tank there. And you've got a bird's eye view of the outlet pipe that is just going into the ditch there. So that's a typical scenario. Okay, so let's ramp this up now. So let me just show you how a septic tank and soakaway works. So just taking the concrete panel off the septic tank. There we go. Look at that. So we've taken the septic. So that's what a septic tank looks like inside. There we go. So you've got your inlet pipe here, and you've got your outlet pipe. Now, the outlet pipe is always slightly lower than the inlet pipe, obviously, because everything works via gravity, so everything goes down like in steps. So that's typically how that works there, okay? And, oops, press the wrong button again. All right, so let's show you how it works. So all the wastewater will leave the property, so it leaves the property there, and it makes its way into the septic tank here. So let me just add the wastewater here. All right, so where are we? I've got all these things here. Ah, all right. Okay, so there we go. So that is what happens. The wastewater from the house fills up the septic tank, and that's typically what it looks like in color. But funnily enough, a healthy septic tank never smells. Okay, so the wastewater's come into it. And as you can see, it just trickles out through the inlet pipe there, okay? So that water will trickle from there. Now, all right, so there we go. So where does it trickle to? Now, this is the problem, okay? It trickles out through the outlet pipe here. So let me show you how that works, typically how that happens. Okay, so we've got, okay, all right, so it comes out from there and then it creates what I call like a cowpat, all right? So there you go. So that is exactly what myself back on now. There we go. So there we go. And the solution to this, oh, let me show you another thing as well, just while I've got this. So that's one reason. That's the biggest reason why the septic tank ban is coming into force, because of the pollution in to watercourses. Now, this is the second thing. If you've got a septic tank, let me just put the concrete concrete side on. There we go, tank panel. All right, now that's one thing. Now the other thing is, if you've got any cracks like that in your septic tank, let me just yeah, so I thought I'd get this software so I could actually show you, because, you know, even if I went to someone's house, I'd need like a helicopter or a drone to kind of just lift it in the air to show you what's going on here. So oh, stop it. There we go. So basically the government inspectors were going to come around. Now, obviously they can't see what's under the ground. So when they come to your house, that is all that they will literally be able to see. They'll just be able to see, you know, a concrete kind of pad there. They'll see your house, but when they walk down to the end of the garden here, that is what they'll be able to see, whether it's polluting the watercourse. Maybe it'll be polluting on that day, maybe it won't. But there you go. So if your septic tank is in that state or in that condition and it's polluting the watercourses like that, there are a couple of fixes that I'm going to show you, but I'll show you later. I just wanted to show you one of the main reasons, you know, of how they pollute the watercourses. Let me just turn that off. Okay. Now, let me give you another scenario, right? If this is your property and you come to sell your property and you come to sell it, what happens is the solicitor representing the people buying your property will ask you what septic tank system you've got. Now, if people have just got, if you've just got like a concrete septic tank in the garden, I mean, and you've lived in the property for 50 years, or you've only just, I don't know, I've only bought it a couple of years ago and you're moving again, it's very hard to quantify, you know, what kind of system you've got in the garden unless you dig around it and have a look in it and measure it and stuff like that. But nevertheless, the solicitor representing the people buying your property will ask you, what exactly system have you got in place? In fact, UK building regs, let me show you this, right? While we've got this other screen up, let me just show you this here. You'll have to bear with me with all this technology because this is all new to me, right? This is all new to me. So let me just put this here. Right. So if you go to Google and just type in the general binding rules, all right, then you get the .gov there, and you click on that. All right. So here's the .gov website, and in fact, let me just do this. Let me just go into to surface water. Here we go. This is the right one. All right, because there's quite a few general binding rules. It will say there, you'll notice that here, there you go. If you sell your property, let me just make this a bit. And you've never been down to the bottom of the garden, or you've measured it, you know, all you've got is some septic tank emptying receipt. So it's going to be very hard for you to actually tell them, you know, what it is you've actually got down there. Obviously, it's a septic tank, but you don't know the real condition of it. You don't know the size of it. You don't know the discharge points. You don't know how deep the inlet pipe is coming into the septic tank. All right, so what I suggest you do, and this is a free tip for you, right? If you want to avoid all the legalities by the time the 1st of November, if you want to avoid a lot of those problems and a lot of solicitors' costs when you come to sell your property, because the solicitor representing the people buying your property will say, what kind of system have you got in there? And obviously you'll say, well, it's a septic tank. And they'll say, yes, we know that, but what condition is it in, blah, 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 as I've just said. And if you get yourself one of these, a government compliance form, they're free on septictank.co.uk. Just go there, download as many copies as you want of this for free. You only actually need 2 copies, and just put one in your display, one in your kitchen, one in your utility room, and it'll save you thousands of pounds, because when the inspector comes around, or the solicitor, he'll say, okay, what have you got? Da, 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 we've just been through that. You'll give him one of these, right? And they'll go, oh, okay, you've got that kind of system. All right, that's the maintenance you do on it. That's the capacity of it. That's how often you've had it. Thank you very much. And he'll go away again. Or the solicitor buying a property will see this. Okay, we've got some kind of legal document here. He'll give it to the people buying your house, and you won't have to knock your house price down, you know, 10, 15, 20,000 pounds, the price of what it will cost to remedy the situation of having, let me just show you, of having a septic tank that is polluting a watercourse. So there you go. So I just wanted to show you today a kind of visual representation of You'll have to forgive me for keep swapping screens. This is the first time I've ever done it live on here. I'm not doing too bad, to be honest. But there you go. So I hope that's helped you. As I said, if you want any free advice, then just go to septictank.co.uk. I've got a shop on there. Got loads and loads of free videos. I do live broadcasts twice a day. If you want to just give me a ring, give me a ring. And yeah, in fact, let me just show you this. If you go to, here we go, if I just show you how. If you're on the internet now, all you need that they're free and they're there. So there we go. So that's the end of the live broadcast for now. I'm going to do another one after, but I just wanted to show you which septic tanks are going to be banned, because not all septic tanks will be banned, only a few of them. Well, when I say a few, I mean it's proportional, obviously, a percentage which could run into tens of thousands, you know, because if there's millions of septic tanks, then that is only a small percent, so it's relative. But the point being is those will be the main offenders. So listen, thank you very much for watching the live broadcast with me today. Really enjoyed talking to you, and yeah, I will see you soon with another live broadcast. Bye-bye.